Well, I've been speaking to the American European Business Association at a lunch, wonderful lunch hosted by Charles Russell Speechlys, and we've been looking at the future of British politics, or indeed more specifically about the prospects for the two parties that have traditionally governed Britain for the post-war period and dominated its politics, that is Conservative and Labour. We're doing so at a time, of course, when those two parties both jointly are less popular than they have been in the opinion polls. And I was basically talking about what I thought was some of the structural reasons as to why these two parties now find themselves in such difficulty. And essentially, number one, class, which was the traditional basis of voting Conservative and Labour, that no longer is a significant demographic dividing line in our politics, so the kind of demographic anchor of the two-party system is gone. And then secondly, I was pointing out that now our politics, it is much about so-called culture wars issues, social liberals versus social conservatives, as it is the traditional argument between the economic left and the economic right about equality, inequality, and growth. And that makes it much more difficult to maintain large coalitions in the centre of our politics, which has been essential to Labour and Conservatives' ability to dominate our politics. The discussion was engaging because it then really went on to talk about all the things that I hadn't had time to talk about in my initial presentation, was some of the contingent factors that also contributed to their difficulties, of which I think we identified two. One is a sense that none of these parties, including Liberal Democrats, have been able to provide clear, inspired, forward-thinking strategic leadership. And secondly, that the fiscal, economic and public services challenges that the country faces, the electorate have sensed that perhaps neither Labour nor the Conservatives are necessarily got an idea as to how to solve this problem. And that perhaps also helps to increase the attractiveness of voting for some of the challenger parties, such as the Greens, such as Reform, who have been doing so well in the opinion polls during recent weeks and months.